the recent additions to the embedded character sheet plugin. So there were two major updates for the embedded character sheet plugin. One of them added the ability to change the values on your character sheet to change values in configuration files, or use the somewhat clunky ECS editor plugin that was available up to now. The other major update was then, on top of that, to allow quick changing of values by basically mousing over a element and then using the keyboard to increase it or decrease it. The second functionality is somewhat limited. It is turned off by default, and any element that you want to be able to use that functionality properly, it can make changing your values that you typically change up and down very quick. So let's demonstrate that. Okay, so I've got a character here, and for this character I have a layout and datasheet defined. Actually, the layout and datasheet have been borrowed from Brandon, who is working on making some fantastic character sheet layouts. So you can bring up the character sheet using the keyboard combination, or you can use the radial menu. Okay, so here we have the character sheet has come up, and now if I want to modify any of these values, I need to middle mouse click. So if you use your left mouse click, it will make a roll. So I can demonstrate that here. I've left mouse clicked and I got the roll. If instead I go to the value and I middle mouse click, I will get a dialog box that pops up. It tells me what the formula for that that element is, and it will allow me to change the placeholder, the configurable value. So if I change it to 3 and hit apply, we can see that the value here changed to 3, and go back and change that back to 5, and we will see that it changed to 5, and you can see that the save also updated because it's dependent on that. So that is the editing feature right from ECS. You can do that on most elements, but now we also have the fast change. So if I mouse over and it is increasing, I'm not middle mouse clicking and entering a value. I can just mouse over it and use the increase or decrease keys to increase or decrease. Now, you will notice that when we entered a manual value, once the value was so that they can also update, and that causes a little bit of a delay. If we were to increase the value up and down using that method, it would update very slowly because it would have to set anytime you increased it by 1 or decreased it by 1. Avoid that. As you can see, what the plugin does is it changes the that allows it to be able to update quickly, and only once the user has stopped modifying it does it go and send out the updates to all the other players. And also on the my save is not updating until I stop for a moment, and then the update goes through and our save updates. So it's basically allowing you to quickly toggle through your numbers and then still distributing the results to the other players. So there you go. That is the fast change functionality. As I noted, in the configuration, when you are setting up your layout, you indicate which elements are able to use the fast change functionality. They might want fast change on your current number of hit points, but you don't really want
I know these videos don't have great production quality, but they do have a lot of useful information. So please, appease the YouTube algorithm goddess by casting the subscribe spell and then blasting your Eldritch Blast at the like button. It'll really help me out.